Happy Independence Day.
America.
We have Jake and Jenna with us tonight.
How you doing?
They're excited, guys. Can't you tell? Look at them. We had to strap them to the chairs. They were wanting to run around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I just woke up.
Yep. We took a nap too, y'all. As in keeping with my, it takes me about 2 days to wind down from a trip. Because I came home still hitting the ground running to finally be like, oh, I need to relax. So I kind of maybe might have taken a nap too. Maybe.
I had a few minutes on and off. Trying to nap, that's the only bad part about having the CPAP. I wanted to put this on there because we did that this weekend. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to nap without the CPAP, you don't really nap. You end up choking yourself out and waking up. So
welcome everybody in for our 4th of July Celebrate Independence Day live. We go live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if it's your first time here, welcome. We appreciate you all being in the chat. And we don't do traditional roll calls, but we do appreciate everybody. So everyone throw up your flags today. I'll even bypass the blue hearts. So give me some flags if you got them.
but a lot are already doing it. So.
Patrick wants to know if Jenna is awake.
I'm working on it.
It's rare that we get both the kids on a day off at the same time to be able to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Eric and Missy. They're going to get ice cream.
Hey,
Good.
guys, you left those grapes here the other day.
There's not many left.
Yeah, they're really good.
They are.
We owe you some grapes.
That's right, Paul Honeyman. All of us colonial traders.
Yep. Hi, Paul. How you doing? But what a week it's been, y'all. There's our Homestead Hangout gang of 9 Acre Family Farms, Dale and Nana, Gillum Farms. Absolutely. We weren't sure whether or not we were going to go live or not. When we discussed it last week and yeah, let's just do it. Let's go. Because, with it being the holidays and everything, we weren't sure whether or not, all y'all would be out there for us. And you're showing up.
Oh, that makes much more sense. So, guys, I'm going to post this up because I'm like, yeah, everyone's chanting U.S., U.S. And then I look down at the YouTube chat, and that's actually
the flag.
The flag.
StreamYard doesn't recognize.
But StreamYard doesn't recognize it, so.
I see it now. Nice.
Wow, I'm special.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hopefully you all are in a spot where you're watching us from a cool, comfortable place. Because it seems like just about everywhere it is hot.
What Jacob just checked. What did you say it was, Jake?
97. Feels like 105.
Yeah.
And it is 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah. But on a good note, we're hitting the pinnacle of the heat, and it's supposed to go back down. So, well, thank you, Lauren Spencer. It is the Freedom Week. Because we just got back from where, baby?
Freedom Weekend.
We did. And y'all, we had a blast. We had such a great time. I think maybe the next video will have just a little bit of stuff. But honestly, once we got there, we didn't even break the camera out. For one, we were on SOS pretty much all weekend. No service in Mississippi. And so we didn't even really bother. That's why we missed Saturday's video. And we just enjoyed our time.
Yeah, we did. And guys, and I know a lot of you probably watched lives from a lot of the people that were already there. And they're saying the same thing because guess what? We all did the same thing. We said, hey, it's time for us to relax, chill, enjoy one another's company, celebrate America, and just have a good time. And that's what we did. Filming was not, evidently I'm going to tear up our desk. Filming was not the first thing on our mind, which as content creators, right? I mean, YouTube brought us all together, but we need a break. And you guys know that. We talk about it on here all the time, is there's just times that we've got to, like, as much as we put out, our whole lives, there's times that we have to just kind of be like, we're not gonna record this. We're gonna just.
I mean, I had full intentions
Yeah.
of recording, but if y'all haven't, I don't know how you wouldn't know, I was kept pretty busy in Mississippi with my wee woo trike medical services. Yeah, so if you haven't and you don't know yet, both Mikes were injured. Mike from 3 Mississippi and Mike from DD5. And then just a couple other little things. Lissy got sick. I actually got sick at one point. The heat was pretty tremendous. And for me, it was just a matter of recognizing it because went laid down for a little while in the Nugget because we did have the generator. So we did have air in the Nugget. And then I was fine. I was back in it.
Yeah. Updates on Lillian.
So Lillian has been found. Sid got a call, was it the night before, the night before last, I believe. And as kind of what we were hoping was that she just ran herself tired. And she finally was in a place of exhaustion that she let somebody catch her. We tried. We searched for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Me and Mike and Sid and Jen. And I had Rox on the phone. I had her on speakerphone. And I kid you not, for 49 minutes and 21 seconds, that woman was just like, Lillian, come on, Lillian. And I carried my phone around all the woods, all everywhere, just hoping that she would come out. But she is doing well. She's been to the vet. Transport is not suggested at this time, given her health. She needs to recuperate, rehydrate, and kind of come down off of that scared exhaustion of being lost. And so Roxanne is extremely excited, as is Anthony and Wyatt. And everyone involved in the Let's Find Lillian is just pleased as punch and cannot wait to have Lillian back in Roxanne's arms. So that's the complete update on Lillian.
Gabby says, Jake and Jenna look so happy.
Look, I'm off work for like 4 days, and
I tell you guys,
my sleep
they
schedule
don't make
all over the place.
they don't make 20-year-olds like they used to. I remember at 20, like 4 hours of sleep was an excessive amount of sleep and keep going. And I love it because I watch, like Jenna will work, because she works thirds, guys, so she'll sleep
And
during
she's
the day.
been picking up extra hours.
Yeah. But we'd even seen it sometimes with Jake, was if they worked longer or they didn't go to sleep when they needed to because they wanted to stay up and do something, right? Because like for Jenna, in order to do something, she has to stay up, either get up early for work or stay up afterwards. And then she'll be good for maybe a day of doing that. And then maybe the next day. And then after that, she's like, she comes home straight to bed, and then we'll see her when it's time to get up to work the next. Like,
I need like 2 days to recover.
yeah. And then if it happens right on a weekend, you won't see her all of Saturday. You're like, hey, was she even home? Like the car was there, we can see it, but maybe she rode with somebody. Like we haven't seen her at all, and straight sleep for. So yeah, they don't build them like they used to, I guess.
All that 60 and 70 hour work weeks we've been through.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're just getting started.
I worked on
Oh my lord.
Saturday
Saturday or Sunday, you went in for an extra
Saturday.
12.
I went in Saturday. I worked 11:30 at night, 11:30 in the afternoon, and then I went back into work at 11:30 at night Sunday.
Mm-hmm. My kids grew up watching me work ungodly amounts of hours. So, and honestly, their dad too. So, for them to work a lot of hours is kind of something that they saw. Wee woo.
Actually, I was talking to Anakin, and I was telling him that I didn't know what to do with like time off.
Yeah.
I said, you need some hobbies. And I was like,
Ain't got time for hobbies.
I'm so used to just working all the time.
The hobby is sleep, evidently. Like I don't know. It does, like, part of me just giving them crap, y'all, is like obviously when I was either one of their age, and well, you'd had all four by at least Jake's.
I had I had
Or 3.
2.
You had 2 by. Yeah,
Mhm.
I had all 4 by then.
Well, I had 3 when I was Jake's age.
But worked a full-time job, then had to take care of the kids. And, like, so sleep wasn't an option.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe that's why they build them different. Because I was like, man, y'all would struggle if you had a kid. I mean, luckily they don't, because they're not ready for that right now. But it would be entertainment at its highest to watch them really struggle. Like, those young parents when they have that meltdown because it's their first kid and they really don't know what to do. Oh, I loved it. That was the best part about going to Walmart, was watching, because you knew, like, those young Marine parents where, this Marine's like, I can do it. I'm going to have 12 kids. And he goes to work and then he comes home and realizes you're not going to sleep. That child's going to wake up.
Yep.
The wife's been dealing with it all day. So now she's stressed out. And, they get to the Walmarts and they have the mental breakdown. And it made me wish I had a cell phone back then to record things because,
I never had to do that. I mean, fortunately, my kids were extremely well behaved out in public. If they didn't, what'd you guys get?
Threats of leaving us at Walmart.
And in the
I never
bathroom,
got that.
the bathroom timeouts. And it was so fun. Jenna has always been a rule keeper. Jenna was the easiest. I swear to God, she was the easiest child to raise. She never, if you just looked at her wrong, she would run to her room and cry. If you told her no, she'd run to her room and cry. If she was corrected, she would run to her room and cry. She hated being not right. Like, and so she was really easy. And so, of course, she watched me bust butt quite a bit with the boys growing up. And so she's like, I don't want to know that. So she was really good. But no, the boys were also extremely well behaved in public. And when they weren't, yeah, they might have gotten threats of being left at Walmart.
I don't remember who I was telling this to, but I was just talking about it the other day. The one time, I don't remember where we were, but you took all 3 of us somewhere. And it was when Zach was still super mouthy before, like, he got his, like, medications right or whatever,
Right.
or when he actually started taking them.
You say was like past tense.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it used to, oh my gosh, it used to be bad. But it was when he was still really bad. We were at some restaurant and Zach just kept going. And you left me and Jake in the booth and you took Zach to the bathroom. And then you guys came back and Zach's crying. And then he didn't talk the rest of the day.
There's nothing and I'm going to tread softly here because I know the generational differences, but there's nothing worse to me than having a child out in public that is misbehaved.
I was talking to Kathy about it.
Yeah. So for me, it was
Well,
absolutely
that's a
not
thing, and
acceptable.
I know it's somewhat of a touchy subject, right?
It
But
is.
here's
very
the
much
reality
so.
of it,
Gentle
right?
parenting.
Yeah, no. And the perfect example was like my brother. He took his kids to the doctor, and the doctor looked at him and was like, well, how do you correct their behavior? And he's like, because we don't spank. And my brother looked at him and said, excuse me? The doctor says, yes, we don't spank. He said, you don't, but I do. Like, we collectively, like, you're not in my house. And that's where I think a tip of society, getting a little too deep, and I'll get off this pedestal a minute, but that's where things change, y'all. They got soft, they got weak. Like, when they needed a whooping, you get a whooping. I got them all the time, and I turned out okay.
Well, there's a difference between correction
And
and a beating.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is it's when it's a spanking, right? That's a correction type deal. When it's not, then it's called abuse.
Except for Zach, he as soon as he'd get the words out of his mouth, he'd take off running, covering his butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
See, yeah, 4 hours sleep, good for the whole weekend.
Yep.
I know I'm behind,
I
but
need my 8.
no.
What, Jake?
I need my 8.
8. What? That's
Yeah.
even now, and I know I sleep a lot, guys.
I'm
I
good
do.
with 6.
And she looks at me weird, but 6 hours is I don't like to get up at 6 hours, but I'll tell you, my body is better when I do 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah. 6. What? Wait, what? No. I had to process that again in my brain. 6 hours.
I know. I had to say it fast so you couldn't. I admitted I sleep longer than that. I'm just saying I already know.
8.
Also, to be
10.
fair, I did wake up really, really early this morning.
You were up early. I was impressed.
If I don't sleep,
I
late,
was-
I sleep through my alarms.
I was up
Oh,
at
Jake's
4.
really bad about sleeping through his alarms.
Luckily, we moved down here because Jake was about to find out
Oh
the
my
effects of a
gosh.
train horn mounted underneath his cabin.
His alarms would go off for hours. We couldn't even film because in the back, hours, and I go slam on the door. Wake up!
If there's one thing that makes me the most angry ever, it's your stupid alarm.
All right, baby. I guess it's a good time. Pat's gonna throw the question out there. Yeah. What's going on with that?
Absolutely nothing. We
Nada.
drive with the windows down.
Yep. So
We got the tensioner pulley changed, and that was pretty straightforward. I mean, it's not a very easy spot to get into, so that's what made it difficult. It's an easy part to change. Got it on there, had no issues with that whatsoever. The air conditioning is a whole nother story right now. I know that the right thing to do is just buy the whole kit and change all the components at once. The other part of me that gets in the truck and has to drive somewhere says, just change the part that needs fixed for now and get it going. But in
Sorry,
6
I'm
months,
not gonna touch you.
I'm going to be right back and trying to fix something on it. So,
not yet, I guess would be.
yeah.
Well,
So
then. Oh, go ahead.
We made it to Mississippi and back, guys. Like, we drove there during the day. Mistake. Won't do that again. That was unbearably hot. But we got there. We made it safe. We had a great weekend. And then we waited. We left. I think we were the last ones to leave on Sunday.
Which I had already approved with Sid before.
Yeah.
She knew the circumstances, and they were pleased to have us stay. It was just 2 extra hands, you know what they say, or what we all say, you know, many hands make light work. And so, of course, we're not just going to sit there like bumps on a log. So we went to town. We got all, you know, helped to get everything cleaned up. Of course, Mike had his issues, so we wanted to make sure he didn't have to do anything. And it worked out. And we were able to leave it at dusk and pull out, and we drove through the night. Now, we did have to stop. Literally, I wish we would have been able to call Eric and Missy. We should have just woke them up because we had to stop right outside of their town at a Dollar General parking lot because Jason needed to get out of the truck and wake himself up because it was like 3 a.m. and he was struggling. And I kept trying to make conversation, but it's really difficult when you're yelling because the windows are down. Yeah.
She doesn't do well with late conversations in a car either.
Yeah. So, but we did. We made it home. So no, the truck is not fixed yet. It will get fixed when it gets fixed. It's a comfort thing, so it's whatever. But then my car that Jake's been driving is also.
You can't get a head around
We
it,
just
you know.
can't. We can't, guys.
We changed the caliper out on it. What?
Month and a half ago.
Yeah, about a month and a half ago, because it was totally locked up and seized up. And so, okay, fine, easy fix. Pop tire off, go get a new caliper, put a new caliper on, everything working great. Well, then Jake goes to drive home. Yeah, we got the America drinks tonight.
I saw someone ask, so I'm telling.
So will you put it up there? You don't take it out of the koozie if it's not empty. Is this your first day drinking?
It is. I drink on Thursdays.
Um.
And that's
So yeah, we had got that all changed out. Well, then Jake said something the other day about, hey, I think maybe the other side. I'm like, of course, why wouldn't it? Like, truck's AC's not working. We're like, hey, worst case, we'll take the car. Jake can walk to work. Well, there's a bicycle, right?
we got the e-bikes.
We'll let him e-bike. But we're like, fine, we still have the car. It's a good backup, and plus we can drive the truck without AC. I'm not horribly bougie, just enough that I'll drive, but I'm angry about it. I will admit I'm angry about it. And then so today we drove the car and he's like, it's funky, like just drive it. I was like, okay, fine, it's got air conditioning, I don't care, it's going down the road. And it drove up to where we had to go, got there fine, got back, but on the way back it started doing I don't know if it's a half shaft, if it's a bearing in the transmission, or if that caliper is locking up again, because it's got some of the same symptoms that the caliper had. But I also checked the half shaft before, when I did the caliper before, and it was fine. Your checks on that. The only thing that I was worried and concerned about was there seems to be a lot of play kind of when you roll it forward and back. And I know a lot of y'all aren't mechanics, but those of you that are going to understand it's got a
I
little
just
more
heard,
wobble and wiggle than it should. And it makes me nervous that I know the front struts need replaced on that car. They're not leaking and they're not totally blown out, but they're not doing what they're supposed to. And
So needless to say, we have a lot of vehicle maintenance. You know, and I thought about this on the way home because we were both kind of really quiet after doing the test drive on the terrain. And it's like, man, can we just not catch a break? And then as we're pulling in the drive, I see everything on the ridge. And I have to remind myself how blessed we are that we even have what we have. And with having what we have comes maintenance. And I'm extremely fortunate and blessed to have husband, son, daughter, auntie, you know, that we can all work together. And Jacob, he does a great job fixing vehicles too. So he's learning, and that's the initiative to learn is huge. So, you know, when you go into the homesteading lifestyle, there's a certain expectation that that you put in yourself that, okay, and you kind of put yourself on a little island of, okay, this is my life, these are my things, everything we pay cash for, we don't finance anything. And with that being said, unless you've won the lottery, you make do with what you have and you fix what you own. And as I'm pulling back into the ridge, I did have that kind of that little epiphany where how blessed are we to be able to have the equipment and the supplies that we have. So does it suck? Absolutely it sucks. Will we get through it? Absolutely we will. I mean, we may have to team up to make sure everyone gets to work on time and everyone, you know, but that's kind of what we do here. And we work together as a team. We're going to switch it from White Rock Homestead to White Rock Family Compound.
yeah.
But so I had seen someone ask.
Did
so
you answer that thing?
Jenna did.
Okay.
Jenna did.
Yeah,
We have seven. We have 7 kids.
Hold up, 7 feet, 7.
Yeah.
So I did want to say, they say they're new to the channel and love watching. So
Oh.
hello, Sassy.
Welcome, Sassy. I love
Um,
that name. That's cool. And then I had seen someone ask about Aunt Swami. So Aunt Swami had some business to take care of back up in Michigan. So she took the holiday weekend as an opportunity to drive up there, take care of that business, gather a few more things, and then she'll be on her way back Sunday night, I believe. The shirt.
I don't know which shirt.
I would imagine yours because it's the fanciest.
It's only fancy because I cut it up.
I know.
So
Edward Scissorhands.
I think I got it at Walmart last year sometime. But and those of you that are, you know, kind
Some
of
of y'all's
fluffy,
comments, I'm not putting them up there, but I appreciate your laughter.
those of us that are kind of fluffy or, you know, a little bit on the marshmallow side, I don't like things around my neck. So if you'll see him in a lot of merch shirts from other channels, I'm crossed because I have tons of shirts too, but I'm not comfortable. I get really claustrophobic, and typical t-shirts don't fit me well because I'm fluffy. So I take the shirts that I really love and I cut them and I make them comfortable for me, and then I wear them. So I guess if you're out there and I've got one of your shirts, leave me a comment. Let me know. Can I deconstruct your shirts? Because the option is either I don't wear it or I can deconstruct it, make it into something really cool.
But they gave it to us. I don't like.
I know,
It's
but
your
some
shirt.
people,
You do what you want with
some
it.
people get a little weird like that, and I don't want to like ruin their shirt prematurely. But if I don't ruin it like this, then I won't wear it because I'm not comfortable.
Hey, I did this brand new.
Right?
I don't know why it's hot as
Yeah.
a mofo.
Hi, Stella. Oh, we didn't plan that, did we?
Yeah, but then read the rest. So our thoughts are definitely going out for Tim and Dana.
Oh. Everyone, please put Tim and Dana on your prayers. Tim needs it, and I know the power of prayer. So get on it. Get those prayers out to Tim. 2 great, amazing, awesome people in our community. They need the prayers.
I seen a comment up there about it was midnight something talking
Yeah.
about not his wife not being a good co-pilot. That one. Talk about the trip we made from Harris Island back to home, to which she made me stay up for, what, 10 hours? Then decided to let me drive finally and fell asleep.
Because I was like, we made Paris Island to Ohio in one day. And we're not talking just the Ohio border. We're talking northern Ohio by the Michigan border, y'all. And no, but tell the whole story, Jake. I wake up.
When you woke up, when I was outside of Dayton doing 75 in foggy highway.
Yeah, I wake up and all I see is fog, and he's going 75, and I'm like, yeah.
And this was before my accident.
Yeah.
So it's only gotten worse.
It's gotten way worse for both of us. Unfortunately, Jake and I have a lot of the same road anxieties and issues, all because of her. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Shiloh, and we've actually talked about that. Even with the truck, I'm very much of a big proponent of I'm not gonna let a vehicle nickel and dime me to death. Like if it starts having consistent failures, it's going down the road. And I'm sorry about how much money I put into it. I can regret that later.
I'm sorry. Holy whackers.
Well, but it's one of those things that if it's going to keep giving you problems, and once they start, and it's something that I talked about even with Jake today, was I've owned a lot of Chevys, guys. I've owned pretty much every brand that's out there other than this new electronic shenanigans that I won't partake in. But
just in the time that they've been together, he's had 3 different car brands.
Well, but I've also bought the trucks that I bought were like $1,500 trucks. They were something I knew was going to get me from point A to B, hopefully.
Hey, that white truck took you guys everywhere and brought
us. Right, and then that 1 ton that we had here, I mean, we went from Michigan clear to Texas.
We snowbirded, what,
2
years in that with that
right,
one.
and it moved us down here. So
Penske truck and stuff.
I'll get every bit of use.
It did.
I'll get every bit of use out of a vehicle I can, but with some of this newer stuff, what gets difficult is it's not a nickel and dime; it's 100 and 1,000 you. And it gets expensive, and at that point, it's like I'm not gonna keep dropping thousands of dollars into a vehicle that is just gonna aggravate me, because when I fix one thing, 2 more are gonna break, or I'm gonna find something else wrong. That's kind of why I don't like working on my own stuff. I know I have to. I get it.
I gave him a lecture today, y'all.
I feel more comfortable doing it myself than trusting somebody else, because that's the other part, is I don't like to work on my own stuff, but I also don't trust somebody else to work on it either, especially a shop.
So then I have
and
to
they've
crack
proven
the whip.
me the last couple times that I've taken them to a shop why I don't trust shop mechanics.
Shiloh Acres, you bring it. And I'm going to tie that in with Lauren's comment. I will Sasquatch out my shirts. Is that what you said? Yeah. So Shiloh Acres, absolutely. And if, like I said, if I have one of your shirts and you're okay with me deconstructing it and making it my own, because I do make them a little bit all different.
Oh, yeah.
I just, yeah. But that's super cool. Yeah.
There's my brother, Big Mike. And of course, I know Terry was in here on MT Homestead.
Hi, Terry.
CSM, hold on. CSM is Command Sergeant Major, so that means you outrank us all.
Well, of course I do. I already knew that.
I just had to explain it. All right. Carry on.
I got my tires rotated and I got new wipers put on. Well, because they had asked about my wipers, and he was like, well, you need a new back one. And I was like, well, yeah, I know. It's not doing anything anymore. So I got new wipers put on, and I went through the car wash, and everything was fine. The next time I went to the car wash, 4 days later, the cover on the back of my wiper, on my back wiper, is gone. They didn't put it on right. It's gone. It fell off in the car wash the second time I went through.
Oh, yeah.
My wiper's still there.
Just the guard came off?
Yeah.
And those guards are garbage. Even on your mom's car, it's one of those that I would check it, because we never used the rear wiper. And I would still go by and be like, oh, that thing's about to fall off, you know. Why would Aunt Swami take offense to Naomi and Winona? Well, so here's the thing. I don't think it would necessarily be an offensive thing to call her. And actually, we actually had a comment earlier on Facebook that was even more funnier than doing it Naomi. And so, but we call her Swami because it's too difficult to call Naomi, right? Well, I'm not naming a goat a name, so then I got 2 Swamis running around, and then that's just going to be weird. Like, that's trying to name your animals the same as your kid. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it-
I don't
it
think
was-
she'd take offense to it though.
Well,
Oh, I love this shirt.
she will, and I actually have a pink shirt of that, so I will deconstruct that. That brings us, because it is half into the live here. Oh, nice, Wanda. Definitely will check that out.
Yes, I actually have it queued up. And guys, Wanda did. She has her first introductory video. I pulled her up earlier because I'd seen that Johnny and Christine had mentioned something about that, and I was like, "Ooh, we got to make sure to throw it out there for y'all to go check out Wanda."
Yeah. So half in, guys. If you watch the video from the other day, on our way home from our Michigan trip, Jake calls, and yes, y'all, Dandy had 2 baby girls of goats, and we were so excited. And it's been hard for me to not spill the beans because for the first time in a long time, we were a little bit backed up on our videos. So you're not getting them the same day, or like even in this case, even in the same couple weeks. So as in keeping, we're letting y'all name them. And I think we've narrowed it down, and I will be putting these on our community page for members only to choose. So if you're not a member, I'm sorry, but if you are a member, be looking for the members only poll, and y'all get to choose. These are the ones that we've liked, that we've narrowed it down to. And I can't believe how many repeats there are. I'm sure no one's surprised with Thelma and Louise, right? Betty and Wilma, Lucy and Ethel, Laverne and Shirley, Loretta and Patsy, which Loretta and Patsy are the only ones keeping in line with our country music goat herd. So that's what we will be narrowing them down to, and be looking for that poll. We'll probably announce next week on our live next week what our baby goats' names are. They're so cute. And then Judy, I saw a comment in there asking about my dad. And actually, I have not even really talked to Jason about this yet because we just haven't had time. I guess I could have before the
Well, I
nap.
like that one, the Bang Bang Fireworks game.
I like that too. My dad's still struggling. He's going to have a procedure at the end of the month to take out the stent that they put in. I'm not going back for the procedure because it's supposed to be just a procedure, not a surgery, not like a main thing. But his recoveries, he's a lot slower than what we were hoping. And we're keeping an eye on him really close. If I have to go back to Tennessee, then I have to go back to Tennessee.
Well, you have to go to Tennessee in August anyway.
Yeah. So Jenna's in a wedding back in Gatlinburg. So, well, right outside of Gatlinburg. And so we took the opportunity to, it works for us to just take Jenna, and we'll take the Nugget. We'll probably stay at my dad's or my Aunt Willa's, and go to the wedding and spend time over there for a hot minute and make sure that everything is good, going good with my dad. So, yeah. Thank you, Judy, for asking.
Thanks, Xander. He's hosing everybody off because it's hot.
Thank you, Xander.
There's Joey.
Mhm.
And I did see, and I haven't even pulled one of his comments up yet, but I did see Jonesy. And hey, Mrs. Jonesy, hopefully y'all are staying warm. I seen.
Did you see my comment, Jonesy, where I was like, of course I got to save money for my, for my ticket to Tasmania.
You don't want to go there right now. They got frost. Or yeah, frost. You posted
Well,
something. They had a frost the other morning.
Yeah, I do want to go to Tasmania.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Road trips, life and redox says, "Oh, you're not late. You're in here. You're perfectly fine."
Yeah, we are blessed and pleased to have all y'all here with us. 245 of you guys in here for our 4th of July live. Thank you guys so much.
Go ahead. Sinead.
Sinead. Oh, I don't know. I kind of like Sinead. Sinead is, wasn't there a Saturday Night Live skit?
Yes, that's where it,
About
well, it came in,
Sinead.
what was it? Was that In Living Color or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Sinead.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be cool. So where are we at with?
I don't know. There was
I think he's
else.
really far behind y'all. I
There's
think
a
he's,
lot tonight.
yeah, really far behind. So, Jake and Jenna, you guys have a couple projects coming up here on the ridge. Instead of me telling them about it, why don't you guys tell them about it? Jake, what do you got going on?
In addition, well, maybe it depends, because we got to look and there was a. I wish the person would have messaged us back. There was a 40-foot camper that we found on Marketplace for $1,200. I mean, I
Even
didn't
just
care.
the components.
I didn't care if it had a title or not. It was going to sit there and be my house. But the plans right now is when it starts cooling down to put a 12 by 16 addition on and open up my little tiny shack.
His little bedroom on stilts.
Hey, it's worked up to this point, but I threw this up there. Rocker, New Jersey, thank you. Said 250 of y'all, beautiful people watching, only 92 likes. Like, what?
Wow.
Everybody's got thumbs. Just hit one of them.
It's
There
a
you go.
thumbs up. We love it, but we love that there's 250 in here with you
Yeah.
guys watching.
Mine says 164 likes.
That's what mine says.
Oh, okay. It's so delayed, and it's so, especially when you're going through StreamYard, it's almost like it has to take a couple catch up type things. But
North Carolina. All
Yeah.
right.
and Jenna, what do you got going on?
Well, they said that we're gonna build me a tiny house.
I love how she included us in it.
I did my
Yeah.
part. I cleared-ish the property. Like,
We still got a little
Done.
bit more to do.
We have I found like a blueprint, whatever, that like a
Floor plan.
layout, yeah, that I like. So now we just gotta. I've just been waiting on them to tell me
it was a
when.
matter of time.
Just been waiting on them to tell me when we're gonna like actually start it.
Or are you saving money for the components you're going to need for the
I will be
house?
after this week.
That face says
Okay.
no.
After this concert on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And I got contacts.
she did for the first
They're
time
not
in her
in right
life.
now because I took a nap.
You can
but
fit contacts in?
Yeah.
I can't.
Jake spent like 2 hours
Ugh,
trying to get
no.
it contacted
It was
once. It
four.
was awful.
It was 4. We were at the eye doctor's for 4 hours and still could not get a contact in.
I had them in for
Oh man, that took no time.
I don't know, like a couple
11:30
hours.
drove off.
the
Go to
first
work,
day,
brother.
And then I took them out and I went to bed and then I put them in for work and then they were in for like 12 hours and
She was all red-eyed. I'm like 12
it
hours
was
on
bad.
day 2 for contacts for the first time. Aunt Sherry had asked about the YouTube
I'm
studio,
gonna tell you hold something, you hold it. That way you can say at least I helped.
right? Yes, Aunt Sherry. As soon as we're in an extreme heat advisory.
I'm getting notifications every day.
Yeah.
For that.
And so it's just not safe to be outside working. So if you guys haven't known, if you didn't see on the community post, I can't just sit still. I have to be working in some capacity. So I sat down to do some of the things I've been saying I was going to do for a while, and I haven't had time to do it. We got our bonfire going, guys. Baby, hit that beautiful bean footage. I just had to say it. It's really not bean footage.
They're gonna buy beans?
No beans. I took the time today.
Oh wait. Oh.
And I know that, yes, I do. The end game is to do all of our own merch. Y'all, I keep getting questions about when. I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. And rather than have everybody wait, I went ahead and I did the bonfire. So right now, until August 20th, we're running the first campaign. The other ones are just store products, but the first campaign is our Critter Creek logo. And I just love it. And Bonfire has tie-dye, y'all. So of course, I'm going to choose some of those. And I marked them down to what I could bare minimum. We don't care to
The
make
thing
money.
about it was
it's just getting them for you guys.
right. We've had a lot of you guys that are wanting to be able to get it, and we just don't have the time to make them and then ship them and work the logistics
Right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're still gonna make our own stuff that we bring to any of the meetups and all that kind of stuff, right? So the buying the shirt press, getting all that kind of stuff, it is still worth it because we want to be able to bring you guys when we go to a meetup. Our intention is to come arms full of stuff to hand out and give to everybody. And that's stuff that we can make here on the ridge and do that at a smaller scale
because
But-
we couldn't afford to pay those prices. for
Right, but to
just
put it out
giveaways.
for the general
Yeah.
public and for you guys, part of White Rock Nation, to be able to get those things out, because I know a lot of you, like we've been seeing the comments and stuff like that coming in that you guys want shirts, you want merch
Mhm.
to wear.
I couldn't
and
believe
it
the
just
cost
wasn't
of a
working
child
out.
shirt.
Working out through the Spreadshirt version that we had.
Yeah.
So
So we removed Spreadshirt.
yeah.
Went Bonfire. They have a lot more to choose from. I've got all 3
Enjoy
logos up.
supper, Jan.
Thank you, Jan. Love you and miss you, sweetheart.
Cook good for the boss.
We have all 3 logos up. You can pick and choose. We actually, and this is different than the Spreadshirt one too, is I added a back. So on the back, it's got our logo and baby, tell them what it says.
Things good around the ridge.
Yep. So go check it out. We, by no means, don't feel like you have to order them.
Yeah, buy
These
something.
are-
We want our shirts out there. Like,
I mean, we
go
want
buy
shirts
a
out there.
shirt, get them out there, make your time and effort you spent all day in this air conditioning worth
Yeah.
it.
Christy, I love that Nana Banana. And of course, once she gets around her friends, it's grandmother. Yep. Thank you, Philip. We appreciate that.
Well, yeah, I popped them up for a minute. You guys aren't late. You're in here. Look, we still got time to hang out.
Yeah.
Money Pit Homestead. That is still by far the most accurate name for a homestead that anybody
is.
could ever have.
You know, I feel like I'm totally channeling my inner teenage cheerleader. I think this would have been something that we would have worn as cheerleaders. But love it. Celebrating the freedoms that we have. So everyone in the comments, I know he's already trying to keep up, but I'm curious because
Hold on. 10 months and counting till I take the plunge into homesteading. Bought 28 acres in Northwest
Wow.
Arkansas. Wow.
really,
Get her dead.
I love it. Keep in contact with us for sure. Northwest Arkansas, not very far from us. What?
Greg and Gina, hey, they've been watching on the TV now on the computer. Jake's shirt looks like it's body paint. Actually, guys, the lighting is very beneficial to him right now because it's normally he's about that white,
Yeah.
or he gets this red when he's in the sun very long. So
Unfortunately, none of the kids got my tanning ability. I don't know how, but they didn't. None of them. They have 2 shades, white
yeah,
and red.
You gotta remember when I was younger, my beard was red.
Yeah, their dad has a reddish blonde hair, so they definitely get that red from their dad.
I don't have red,
oh,
we
Robert
were all
Young
blonde.
likes
but I
to.
don't have a beard either. So
Yep, and
Yeah,
I
dumb
did
woman.
add tank tops to the
I got that
bonfire.
from mom.
So
Yeah.
And guys, yeah, so I've seen a couple different comments because typically I don't have sleeves on. This is one of the last batch of shirts from Arkansas, or from Charles at Arkansas Fallen Veterans. And as you guys know, we lost him this year. He lost his battle, but he's out doing bigger, better things in a bigger, better place now. And so I can't bring myself to cut the sleeves off this one.
Yeah.
So I wear it inside, or there's air conditioning in here.
yep.
Okay, so what was your question? You had something. You were going to say
Oh.
something.
Oh yeah, I did. I kind of want to know, like, we live in this in this amazing
We live in America. Yeah.
Words are hard. I just kind of want to know, what are you thankful for?
That's on Thanksgiving.
I know, but
Thanksgiving,
it's
yeah.
also for your
This is
freedoms.
Independence Day.
I
It's
want to say
Independence
thank you
Day.
to all the
So-
veterans
Yes,
out
thank
there
you to all the
that created
veterans.
this freedom.
But what are you doing in celebration? Like, what does the 4th of July mean to you? How are you making it
This day is for the eagle screeches.
the Eagles Christmas?
What'd you say? How do you
Anyone
make
know
it?
what this button is for, Joe? Freedom. Yeah, like, because everyone can be appreciative of things, or even like maybe upset at things that our freedoms have brought us. Like, I totally wish we would have maintained our UK accents. How cool would that be? Like, I would love to
You
have.
want to know?
I want to save me a cup of tea.
Hold on, wait. I saw a
That's
TikTok
horrible.
that said
Yeah.
that that never used to be a thing, that it was everyone talked like we do, and then the rich started talking like that so that everyone knew that they were rich, and then it just became a thing over there because all the rich people went over there. So now that's the thing over there, but the way we talk is like the original way. They're the imposters.
So you're saying they're all like Barbie girls, like they're like, yeah.
Yes.
Thanks,
Oh,
Joseph.
Thank you so much, Joe. We so appreciate you. And Kelly, yes, thankful for her husband for 32 years. Yeah, I mean, yes,
Look,
it is the 4th of July, but I think it's important to be show gratitude for why we celebrate any holiday and what it means to you guys. And what us gaining our freedoms. I guess I'm not articulating it correctly, but what are you doing today to give thanks and homage to the freedoms that our forefathers fought for us?
Drinking red, white, and berry.
I know, right?
Drinking crappy Trulies.
That's true, Aunt Sherry. Very much so.
Flag and all it represents.
For as much as I love Trulies, this limited edition pack is not very good.
Do you want one of these?
No, I bought 2 of these packs.
Family.
How do I?
That's true because, so many times families were separated back before we had our independence.
How do I do it? I've got to think of something. Hold on.
Especially, even coming from Ireland, a lot of families, if you do a lot of research, they saved and they saved and they saved to send one family member to America to never see them again. It was like all their hopes and dreams for their lineage was set in that one person that they could afford to send over. So yeah, family is absolutely important. What are you doing?
You mind your business.
It is my business.
No.
Yes. Flying the American flag. Yep, for sure. Of course, Jesse and Lisa, they're on it. Are totally awesome mods, for sure.
Yeah. So obviously, guys, I couldn't type very well right now. I just dropped the link. So I just know him, guys. I see his name, Kevin, and I can't honestly even call him Kevin. I just always have to call him Top Callaway. That is 2 vets in a van. The link I dropped in the comments, that is their channel. Him and his wife both veterans. And now they're out traveling in a self-built van, learning
They're fun to watch.
learning the YouTube thing. I just pulled their channel up, 130 subs. We got to be cranking them out a little bit more than that, because they're the reason right there that I love celebrating holidays like this. They're out doing what they want to do, utilizing the freedoms. Right, but they're utilizing the freedoms that we have to do whatever we want to do when we want to do it. Not, oh, I retired, now I have to go in a home and sit around and eat Cheetos until I die on the couch. Like, no, they're out exploring all over the place and doing great things. So I love it, and
yeah,
want
show them a
you
love
all
raid from White Rock
to
Homestead.
go give them a love raid.
And if you've ever been interested in van life, guys, I know we have. In fact, I actually just shuffled him one on the marketplace. And to be able to do our travels. I mean, yes, we have the homestead. Yes, we love the homestead, but we are travelers by hearts and by nature, and so we're always looking for the next adventure. But go check them out. Tell them we sent you, and show them a love raid. Aw, thank you, Seawells.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Valley girls are just so done with it. I love it. And y'all, Patrick here, Cuddly Texan, showed me a screen of what he looks at work. I'm glad he doesn't, not me, because I would have lost my marbles.
I just love him.
That's
He's so
way
fun.
too many screens to worry about bleep-blooping on.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
he's just an awesome guy.
Struggling with lids today.
Are you?
Yeah, I guess.
Ooh, the money pit.
You are my daughter.
You're being noisy. We're trying
I
to have a
know.
conversation.
I don't know why it's not going down. I was talking, no, I'll get it. I was talking to all 3 of the techs the other night because they were all standing by my machine.
I'm sure there was one tech you were talking mostly to.
Okay, whatever. So, I told
Just
him
know it's not hair dye.
I told him that I was going to have you make him a shirt for his birthday because he was all ADHD real bad the other night.
About one of our White Rock t-shirts?
No,
Oh,
no.
because he doesn't know that you know that he knows that we're a YouTube channel.
Okay, well, you can't say that because if he watches it, he already knows. Anyway,
We know, dude. We're watching you, and we know you're watching us, you creepy stalker.
I was having an issue with the machine, and the two of them weren't really doing anything, so they were just like watching him work on the machine. But someone else had told me something, and it just like it was not processing. And then I finally got it, so I told Andrew, and then I was telling Philip. I said, my dad always says it's not hair dye. And then he laughs. That's all the
I was like waiting.
The way that you spoke that,
I know. I was like waiting for more.
Wow, she was in it, y'all. You've seen it. She's like, "Blah, blah," and then just stopped. Like, that is the example of you guys just witnessed live on YouTube a brain fart.
No,
That's what happened.
And it happened 2 days in a row. It happened Thursday or month.
The brain fart
Monday
or-
and Tuesday. No, someone was saying something to me, and
Oh.
I had them. They had to say it like 3 times. I was like, "What are you saying?"
Yeah, we're just used to it.
Like,
Yeah.
what? I couldn't.
I'm Monique and Juan.
They were making sense. It just wasn't making sense in my brain.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's how I feel about vehicles and how they feel about electronics.
True.
And I
That's
thought,
how I
awesome.
feel about everything.
Thank you, Midnight Vlogs. Yeah. Kelly, there you go. You know,
And
I
she's
think-
already prepping for the Christmas village thing. Like, I get it. Y'all are very, but it's too early to think about Christmas. But I appreciate your effort.
Halloween first.
Yes.
Well, they do
4
this
years.
huge, like, Christmas
You know, and I will
village
tell
thing
you
every year.
that 4 years will go faster. I remember when, you know, when we decided that I was going to move from Ohio to Michigan, I wouldn't move until Jenna graduated. And so we had 2 years where we had to go back and forth between Ohio and Michigan. And he was all like, oh, 2 years, that's so long. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I only have 2 years to sell everything, sell both property. Like, I was freaking out over only having 2 years. And he's going, oh my gosh, 2 years. So it's all in the matter of perspective, but it goes by so fast. So set
Yeah,
little
it freaking
goals,
does.
set
Yeah,
little goals for yourself.
Wade wants to know what we're cooking.
I did an egg sandwich.
It was simple.
4
We
years goes by
did our
fast.
big celebration over the weekend with everybody, guys, and it's
Yeah.
just so hot and miserable that I'm not trying to do much out there.
Yeah, and he just had his tooth pulled yesterday. So
Yeah, I still have a gaping hole over here.
yeah. So for me to make a big meal, we just kind of been munching all day. Some days I don't do big meals. A lot of times I don't. So absolutely,
Are you
Brenda.
talking about my taxidermied squirrel?
You didn't watch the video, Jenna?
No. What are we talking about?
I just woke up, remember?
So we had the video on. We were videoing when we were moving everything out of the storage unit, right?
Okay.
And I was going through everything.
Is my taxidermied squirrel in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That thing on accident.
No, but I went and I lifted the lid off of the tote, and the squirrel is staring me in the face. And so in the video, you see me like jump back.
Hey,
And-
you know, want to know what? I won that thing when I was like 9 years old. It was a contest of who could shoot closest to like the center of the target with a bow.
She has my freaky skills, guys.
I beat a whole bunch of boys, and I took that squirrel home.
She did, but it freaks me out. I was not expecting to like plop the lid off. Of course, I did find Big Baby too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aww.
I know. I was holding her. Like, yeah, got Big Baby.
We'll have to get Big Baby to Thea.
Oh, all of her stuffed animals, the grandbabies, were so excited to get to choose over. Because when Jenna was in the hospital, we had
Oh,
like
look,
half
they
a
didn't
room.
even know it had a vest or something.
Yes,
Yep.
it did.
An orange hunting
orange-
vest and a shotgun. At least it used to. I don't know if it still does.
I don't remember having the shotgun. But she
Oh,
had so
wait.
many stuffed animals that she had saved from when she was in the hospital that she just decided to gift those to whoever wanted them.
Listen, so I don't know if anyone else has this issue.
It just took me a minute to realize this is Patty, Southern Blessed Homestead.
Oh, yeah.
They were just there wanting to know if you're eating the pasta salad. That got some
She
polished
finished
off.
it off.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is this way. I have emotional attachments to inanimate
Inanimate.
objects.
And
And
then
so mom texted me and asked if I wanted any stuffed animals, and I said, if you're gonna get rid of them, do it when I'm not there. If I don't see them, you can get rid of them. If I'm
Yeah.
there, I won't be able to let myself get rid of them.
We had thought about having a big cookout and doing that kind of
It's
stuff,
just too
but
high here.
it's hot and
unsafe.
miserable, and we live in a tiny house. So the four of us being in here right now is like, who's moving first?
Because
and
we
who
can't move
gets-
all at the same time.
Yeah, you're not getting up moving around at the same time. So
Yeah.
Joe Jacobson, I'm making hot dogs, a pasta side dish.
You know, I
Nice.
tried. Now I do have some chili dog burritos made up that I thought about putting that out for us to eat, but I've been canning, y'all, a lot, bumper crop times 10, right? Aw, thank you, Greg and Gina. And I right now have 5 half-gallons, so 2.5 gallons of sauce, tomato sauce
In 3 minutes.
that I'm making into pizza sauce, and I gotta can it and jar it tomorrow. And then I gotta squeezy more with my that squeezy that I bought at the thrift shop. Or did I not show you all that? Okay, I probably ought to show you that. Yeah, it's a $270 some product I got for $20. All right, guys. Oh, there's JB. I love you guys so much, JB.
Speaking of that,
I know Jake's representing JB.
Um,
We are down to 3 minutes.
yes. So I want to say the five
My mouth.
from the 5 members gifted from Greg and Gina
Thank
were
you,
Mike
guys.
Birch.
Woo,
So
woo.
welcome, Joe Jacobson, Debbie Drock, Cuddly Texan, and Wade Root.
Nice.
Awesome.
Welcome to all the new members.
And you guys got in just in time that you're going to be able to vote on
Yeah.
the goats' names when we put that poll up.
And if you're a new member and you've not received your White Rock Homestead or White Rock Nation royalty certificate, send me an email to whiterockhomestead@gmail.com or whiterockhomestead@yahoo.com so that I can officially send you your emailed certificate for being a part of our royalty.
So you.
Oh, we'll have to look. We've not
Okay.
even been on Facebook.
We will
that
check
much.
that out
Yeah.
when we are done here, Brooke.
Has to do with tonight. Okay,
Okay.
absolutely. We will check into that.
Um,
Love you, Aunt Sherry and Uncle Bob.
Yeah. So everybody add Jennifer to the list of goat names.
I know. I did read that. She's wanting so bad for an animal to be named Jennifer here on the homestead.
But yeah, you guys, I put it scrolling down at the bottom. Homestead Hangout every Thursday night. So you should have started. If you didn't, you were wrong and need to fix that. Over at Gillum Farms at 5 Central. Then you come to us. When you're done with us, you're going to go over to Not for Nothing Homestead.
Mm.
And it's going to be Ginger, hopefully Joey, because, you know, he's handsome. And he's handy. He's way better than Red Green. And sometimes
Red
she
Green?
brings a guest in. You don't know Red Green?
Oh, you're
No,
showing
If
me
they
that.
don't find you handsome, they better find you handy.
I'm not even 30 and I know that show.
What? You don't know?
I didn't watch TV much.
The
I
Red
don't know
Green
what
Show.
that is.
Oh, help me, guys. Help me. Well, when you're done with that, and I'm obviously going to have to explain to my wife the Red Green Show.
Happy 4th of
'cause
July, everybody. We love you guys.
You're going to go over to.
Dale and Anna
Yeah.
at 9 Acre Family Farms. Play
Yeah.
a little bit of Cahootits.
But that is our Homestead Hangout crew, guys. Amazing people, amazing channels. We want you to show the same love that you give us to all of them, because we all bring a little bit something different to it.
Little something, something.
Yeah.
All right, baby, do your thing.
Um.
Everyone say,
Oh,
bye, Jake and Jenna.
Emma Morton just became a member.
Woohoo, Emma gets to vote.
So yeah. On that note, guys,
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
we'll see you and be safe. Enjoy your weekend, and go to Not for Nothing Homestead. Go on now.
Yeah.
Go on now. Get on.